Hello, and welcome. Here we go into another game of Solo Challenge, Terraforming Mars. As always, we're trying to terraform the whole planet, yeah. Get 100 points, love that as well. And 3 for the trifecta, if we can do all 3, get 63 TR. Wouldn't that be fun? We have, what, Tharsis or Ecoline offered to us. Neither of them synergize here too heavily. Don't mind getting some energy and heat early. Don't mind getting some potential Venus bumps and stuff. Ecoline starts with even less money than Tharsis, so I'm kind of tempted to just pick them for that reason. I wouldn't mind doing a little bit of a Jovian run, but some production seems nice. The only thing is if I take Arctic algae, I don't want the oceans. So I think that's simple. You do Arctic algae, self-replicating robots needs 2 science tags. We'll have 1. So this card. Protected Habs is dead. We do like this, and this. I don't know what we'll be able to afford on the first turn. Probably not much. I don't want this ocean. I want to get it later. I wouldn't mind a titanium or a card. I can't play any of it this turn. I wanted a beam from a thorium. I think I'm going to end up getting that next turn. I'll just grab the titanium. And I don't have that much money coming in, so I think it's best if we just don't do anything this turn. Give up our first generation. We at least have the 3 income plus some metals. Get a just standard heat bump to start the game. Try and get that bonus heat income. And then here's the thing. Do we grab more Venus bumping infrastructure? Probably. Do we grab small asteroid? Probably. Do I grab more steel income? I couldn't play it even if I grabbed it, so I'm gonna think to stay away from it. The thing is, I have a steel income, so it's like windmills would be good one day, but we have to stay lean. It's the only way. So let's get our beam from a thorium. Again, that's a lot of energy, a lot of heat. And with 10 bucks, I think we save our money so that we can go into like an Arctic algae or a jet stream next turn. I'd love to get a second science tag to play self-replicating. We could start getting that on something like orbital reflectors. Or even a more expensive card. One more heat bump makes it so that we get the heat income for free. 4% is too far. Domed Crater is cool for self-replicating, but I'm gonna not... I mean, we're Tharsis, so like grabbing pets and Domed Crater is good in theory. Like, you know, there are reasons why you would want to, but I think it's better to just go lean right now. We'll get that heat income. And then the question is just Arctic algae or Pump Venus for a turn. This gives us more heat income, so I'm actually very inclined to orbital reflectors for a turn. I don't know what I'll do the doubling on, probably Atmoscoop at this point. 16 doubles to 32, which is a little unfortunate, but still, it'll basically make this free, right? Our 16, it'll be minus 16, and then if we double it again, we'll get $8 worth of value. It's fine. It's because it goes minus 2, minus 4, minus 8, minus 16, minus 32 is what I was just counting for those that are like, what the hell are you talking about? So here I could get the heat bump just to make sure I get heat without needing to play small asteroid. I'm going to do that one more time. And then we're good to go, really. We do have some science tags here. This makes me want to wait to the end of the game to play all our science, but I think we can grab like all of this. And then I'm missing $1. Why? Why do I have to be missing $1? Or no, sorry, this is... I was counting that as $6 to buy Search for Life. It is not $6. It's $3 to buy the card, $3 more to play it. Just go ahead and we'll play this to put down a card that we can start discounting. It's going to be our most expensive card, Atmos Scoop. So it's $2 cheaper this turn. It'll become cheaper and cheaper, and eventually we'll have 3 science tags, and we'll be able to play it. And it will help us do some terraforming, I would hope. So that's the end of Gen 4. How do we feel? We're only plus 4 TR and $3 worth of money. That's only 7 with another $5 worth of metal, 12. That's well below where we need to be. However, we do have this tap, which is at least $2 per turn. It has duplicative things to help it. So, like, in terms of economy, in so many turns, like 4 more turns, this will be free, basically, right? It's $20 of value in 5 turns, right? 2 to 4 is 2 turns. 2 to 8 is 3, 16, and then 5 is the 32. So anyway, this is really good. This is not really a helpful active, but what I really like is that we do have Arctic Algae and even Heather coming up here in a moment. We actually have 2 heat bumps, so we'll be 1 away, and I can play something like Asteroid to get it. That just means that, like, our plants are going to be sorted. In terms of having terraforming, usually I say I want 5 between heat and energy and 1 plant. So 12 heat is insane. The only thing that we're missing is points in the long term, but we have a lot of, like, Jovians that if we found a multiplier, that could be good. We have Venusian animals, so we found a lot of science tags that could be good. It makes me want to wait to play technology demonstration to make sure I get the extra point from this. And finally, like, we want to get 63 TR, and we are basically no progress towards that. None of the cards that we have played have given us generic TR, so we're still in the chase for, like, at least 7 of it if I can terraform the whole planet. So yeah, it's a lot to do. I think I'm going to push Venus just so it's always set up for this 1 card draw. We're definitely going to take Venus cards, Venus bumps there, maybe a cheap ocean. Freya Biodome is nice. We do have 1 point Venus animals, so I can't not take it. Like, I can't resist. The real question I have is, if I can't play... How do I say this? I could play Small Asteroid and then get Heather this turn. I could get Algae this turn. Or I could get Jetstream Micro Scraping. And I actually think it's in my best interest to start pushing up my Venus track so that I unlock my science tags in a way that is very helpful. So I'm actually going to play the longer play here, get the Jetstream Micro Scrapings, and then just get floaters on it. So I'm ready to get this card. Next turn, we will have the heat for Heather without playing that space event. So a little bit of patience is going to go pretty far. We're going to start getting a little bit of help on the oxygen, but soon we'll be asking for help on oceans. I don't know that I want moss. Titanium mine, I have all the steel that isn't being used, so that makes sense to me. So Arctic... You know what I need to do? First, I need to get card draw by doing a Venus bump for this card draw. Quantum Extractor. Now that is a reason to push our science up. We're going to double Atmos Scoop's discount. And my money works out pretty well. So we can Arctic Algae, Heather, and then Titanium Mine without overspending. We have space events for oceans plus flooding, which pair really well, really quite well, with our space discount. But the problem is our space discount is locked behind getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Venus bumps. Even with the government's help, that's a tall order. So I think I do need to take the government's help, though, because then I can really rush for a good turn 8. So Venus bump now. Mars University. Nitrogen rich. I don't have Earth tags, so the rest can go away. Excuse me, card hand? I don't know why that's floating. Let's go ahead, Set you up before I mess that up. Set you up before I mess this up. How cheap is it? It's grayed out, right? $6. Yeah. And then I'll be -2 more. So doubling it next turn is questionable. Still, let's get our bumps here. 1, 2 heat bumps. And then I want Venus to be set up so that the government can do the bump to the 18th. Then next turn we can go Venusian Animals, Mars University with our steel, Quantum Extractor, right? That's going to give us a bunch of card draw discounts. I don't know what we're even going to cycle. Probably Small Asteroid at this point, right? Thankfully, Tech Demonstration will give us some cards. I just feel that our heat is going up once per gen, right? So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We got 5 more heat bumps. That gets us to 0. Plus 1 freebie. Plus the heat bump here, right? You know, gets us all but 2 heat bumps. So I'm not sure that we need this to be one of the last 2. I'm not going to search for life. That $1 really could matter. So let's hold on to it. I'd love a cheap city card to put me up here so we can water walk. But yeah, 1 more Venus bump. I could Natural Preserve to get me up here, because I have no way of getting my greeneries up here without something like a Natural Preserve. It's a science tag. Okay. I don't think we're going to get that much done this turn, but we sure are going to try. So Venusian Animals, Mars University. Like I said, I'm going to get rid of the Small Asteroid. That gave us Lichen. I don't mind Lichen. It is the 3rd plant tag, but if I need the 3rd plant tag for my nitrogen rich, I can go find it elsewhere. So next we play the Quantum. And that undoes Lichen. Atmoscoop we can play. Venus Bump we can play. So do I have another card that I'd like to start discounting? Nitrogen Rich might be the card. It's a lot of plant income to forego. This just feels like a good thing, but is it really? When I'm not getting the 2 floaters. Or wait, I am getting the 2 floaters. What am I talking about? So 2 Venus bumps and then 2 more floaters here. I think that means that we're pretty much set. In the effort just to know what's in the deck, I am going to do 1 more card draw. Anti-Graph, good to know. Imported Hydrogen, love to see it. Breathing Filters is like 3 points, which is insanely good, but I think I'm going to swap it out. It's just like a little bit too much vanity. For $6 more, I can get the exact same point yield, plus a Jovian tag, plus 3 cards. So, and I actually ended up getting Mining Industries there. I don't think that's the one Jovian multiplier we can't play. The other expensive one, well, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. This is the most value we can get. It can go up to a $32 discount. I'd pay $7. in the last gen for a multiplier. It's expensive. I'd much rather it be Terraforming Ganymede, but can't do everything. So there we go. We'll get our first ocean. Oh my god. Earth Catapult and Olympus Conference. It used to be that when you played to Gen 14, I said you only had to start terraforming in the 10th gen. I'm not sure that that's a thing anymore, but here we are. Do we play something like Hydrogen to Venus? It gets us... Like, we're already good for Venus bumps, aren't we? Like, one bump this gen, power to 9, use it again in 11. This would get me the ability to do it every gen, but then it would also give me the bump, so I wouldn't need the floaters anymore. The heat, I think we talked about the heat being done. Especially with this energy coming over, it's done. So it's just, is there time for Earth Catapult to pay off? Probably. Earth Catapult into something like Olympus Conference, perhaps? There's no need to play it right now. Like, I could get Earth Office next turn. So let's not. The only one that's worth playing is, like, Natural Preserve, if I could play it for a... If I could play it for a plant, and that plant gave us the greenery beside an ocean, like, the $1 income is not worth going out of turn here. Again, 2 heat bumps means we get an ocean this gen for pretty well free. I'm still going to take a ocean and put it over here. Research outpost. Okay, now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. Is there a reason to play floating Habs just to get a couple extra floaters on our card so we can get 2 Venus bumps from it? I think that's actually good. So then we Olympus Conference to get us half of a card. I have too many vanity things at this point, though, is the problem. Like, Freya Biodomes is sick. It's 4 points. But, like, to what end? This is 3 points plus a multiplier for 4. But it at least gives me 3 cards. This is the only way you get even close to getting the TR. I need the cheap oceans, even if it hurts. I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that gets me to 7. I'm gonna have to get rid of the Freya Biodomes. The problem is I'm gonna have -5 on everything, so every card is gonna be viable. So I don't know, I guess I get rid of the flooding that I bought so long ago. It feels dirty, feels wrong. But that gives me another card draw. Shuttles. And Ice Cap Melting. Oh my. I actually don't know. I need Ice Cap Melting, for sure. I don't lose a point on this. It's cheaper than it was before. It's going to be literally free. Shuttles is, like, right there. Like, it is... There's... Alright, I don't need Natural Preserve now. It's so sad, but, like... I don't have anything else to throw. And here we are again, about to do it. I can't find a card draw to save my life. Like, there's no... I need just random cards to throw away, and they don't exist. I guess I'm going to have to throw away the Venus one. The one I've been trying to not throw away. Which is literally free, but it costs money to buy the floaters. Oh, archaea bacteria. I could throw you away. Okay. Just checking. Yeah, I do need a titanium there. Alright, some greenery, some oceans. This one comes with a card draw. But I really need the oceans to come with oxygen as well. To get up to that discount. We're gonna be so close, yet so far from the discount. But that's okay. Let's get our floating habs. We're gonna get floaters there. And I'm gonna take a couple bucks to the next gen. I'm sure it'll be fine. We need a lot of oxygen. Holy, do we ever need a lot of oxygen. But if we can just get some cards, we got global -5. Like, I'll take space station. I don't think I need you anymore, unfortunately, despite you being worth 2 points before even considering. I have Jetstream. This is a TR, though. I'll take that. This would be a multiplier. I can't take it, though. So, like, shuttles for a titanium. Space station for a $1. Like, look at these discounts, gang. Look at them. Ice cap melting. I guess I should have gone for the card draw first. I could still get money back on events. Could you imagine? I seem to be getting more and more things that I don't care about, actually. Venus soils for bumps I don't need. Imported, probably not gonna matter. But still, it's a lot of stuff. I really want to do this for 2 1-point animals, imported hydrogen, but I don't think I can. I think I have to do it for the plants. I don't know. I am gonna Freya biodomes though. That's gonna give me my 3rd plant tag. We talked about that being needed. Now, nitrogen rich gives me 4 plant income. I mean, that's okay. That's okay. I should have taken the Ox Gang bumper earlier. It would have allowed me to use 4 energy for bumps. Instead, I'm just going hard on card draw. We have a lot of ones we know we don't need, like Venusian. Vesta and everything else is, like, fine, I guess. I'm very tempted here to get the geothermal power to make sure that we stay at least 4 in case an oxygen bumper does come. Vesta gives us a titanium back if I play it now, so sure. I pay $4 to get $3 for the titanium and a point. I'm really concerned about the terraform right now. I think I have to play imported hydrogen for the plants instead of the 1-point animals. It just has to be done, and I just have to chase plants wherever I can find them, even if they're not beside my city. Cloud seeding is 2 plants for $6. That seems like very reasonable in terms of price. Very reasonable. And quite frankly, with all the discounts I have, this thing has 16 on it. That means that IO mining is going to be free. Yeah, I'd like 2 plants, even if it costs me. I would sell something for Radchem this turn. I may as well have 1 less energy. Ooh. I may as well have 1 less energy to lose $1. I'm going to pay 3 and get $2 back, but that's closing us in. Oh, terrible. Oh. Oh, I didn't even realize. This is like the most terrible situation we could be in. I have exactly what I need for the Venus bump. I have exactly what I need for the heat bump. If I get the oxygen bump, it's going to steal my heat bump from me. I guess I can take an ocean, but I kind of wanted the oceans for myself. If I didn't have oceans left over, I would be so screwed. So screwed. I'm so glad I got this city placement up here. What I didn't reevaluate, and this is a big kind of boo-boo that I've made, is that when I was... These are cool. This is points and card cycle and stuff. Okay, this is a ocean. Noctis City can be played anywhere. I can put it here. There's a very cheap ocean. Plus, I get the money back. The mine, again, these are really cheap, but you have to buy the card. Is there any world... Well, I need an energy to play this, so... This is as good as buying an $18 ocean, we'll say, just because I get the money back from the city placement. But this will give me card cycle, card draw, and everything else. Because what I need to do is workforce copy and give myself 2 energy. And that will mean that magnetic field generator, if I have enough money, and I don't, but it would be playable. I would have the energy for it. And quite frankly, it's starting to look more and more like our only path for success here is going to be TR and points and not actually terraforming the whole planet. Despite the fact that terraforming the whole planet, in my opinion, is like the thing to do. As much money back as possible. Because I'm not going to get 8 more plants. Even if I get 2 more production that I count towards it, which I don't, I'm not going to get enough plants. I have no more oceans left to place. So it's like greenery here beside 2 cities, greenery here beside 2 cities, a free IO mining, a greenery up here. I could have done one of these greeneries here for 2 more steel. And then I could have used my 8 plant income to put a city there at the end of the game. But even after doing that, I wouldn't have had enough money for another oxygen bump. I have still have to pay $7. Like, I wouldn't have $15 worth of profit. So yeah, 63 TR at least was accomplished. No. Basically that's everything. The very last thing that we can do is hype it up to try and get closer to 100 points by playing Search for Life. Microbe tag, baby. What is it? Like a 12%, an 8% chance? A 6% chance? Not it. There you go. 65 TR, baby. Give me 1 more greenery. I'm going to throw it up here, make this nice little green bank. I don't know. This is going to be terrible in terms of terraforming the planet. Like, we were so far away. But somehow, even without terraforming Ganymede, we did get our 63 TR. And then 33 points on cards. Like, that is actually quite nice. I should have checked how many animals I had at the end. I'm sure somebody saw the number and then can add in the one that I added when I played that last science tag. But, like, it felt pretty legit, you know? 10 points worth of animals, probably 10 points worth of Jovians, right? The 1 points on each of those Jovians plus the multiplier for like 5 more or something like that. I don't know. 10 points city, 8 point greenery is not outstanding. This really wasn't a run of synergy, okay? It was just a run of waiting to the last generation to do any terraforming. And we only would have got out of that with like... I don't even know. Because, like, we overdid the heat, we overdid the Venus, but then we got so many cards at the end that would have helped us do Venus if I had just done other things early. You know, like, it would have been nice if we just got more plant production cards, but would I have played them? I don't think so. I think I was too busy getting my discounts and stuff, and there are not too many cards to quickly push up the oxygen other than spending energy to push oxygen, which could have been the one. At one point I was offered a Ox Bumper, and this would have been the game to use it in because I knew I was going to have a ton of points on cards. So, strategic mistake when I got offered that card. I overlooked it because I generally hate Ox Bumpers, but our heat, we would have been fine on the heat if I could trade a couple heat bumps for oxygen. I'd do that. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Ciao for now.